I wanted to have everyone state their names and what their character is. I am
25.
Darius. I am the DM.
I'm Rom, Tiefling Ranger.
Devela, drunk dragonborn monk of the elements.
I'm Leaf, an elven druid with a fire problem.
Doolin Martin, half-elf bard of the College of Valor, usually a gladiator and storyteller.
Right. Now that's out of the way, let the killing continue. Tell you what, if Doolin dies, I might find a way to get an artificer in there. Might.
I can shoot you in the head if you want.
I mean, Rom's good at that. Rom's good at shooting party members.
That was the moment of...
I've only hit probably like 4 party members, okay?
That was a moment of, you don't even have to pay me. And within the cube was yet another of the 5 rings, all of which seeming to be very tantalizingly powerful but dangerous.
They're only tantalizing to certain people.
Yeah, like the fire ring's great for Leaf.
Fire!
The best druid. I can make a melee spell attack against each one, and on a hit, deals 6d10 force damage. And then teleport next to one, if I want.
What spell is this?
This is Steel Wind Strike.
Oh yeah.
Wait, I've never heard of this one. That's awesome.
Is this a bard spell specifically,
Ooh.
or?
It is actually a ranger wizard.
God.
Oh
You
no.
crit missed
Yeah.
with a spell.
The spell fails.
These things make him as happy as this.
With the Steel Wind Strike, you flourish up your weapon kind of in a wide slash, and you managed to hit the second one, but there was something in the way that you had, like, sung the note, or the way that it had done the somatic components of the waving of the spell. Regardless, directly in front of you, it explodes.
Shit.
And you are pushed back 40
Probably.
feet.
Ooh.
Devela, would you kindly make a reflex or dexterity saving throw for Jacqueline?
I could have gotten lucky.
Oh.
All right, so 10. You were both essentially taking damage for having fallen 30 feet.
Ow.
Now,
We're still alive.
that said, the spell went off relatively without a hitch, so you can teleport behind the other mimic.
Oh my god. The one that I actually hit?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't imagine Jocelyn
I'm guessing
too
the one that I'm
happy
still
with
targeting?
getting blasted into the wall by Doolin, and then he pisses off.
Which one was the Mimic
Yeah,
3?
Mimic 3. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's just kind of like, ha-ha! Just both of you sandwich against the wall, look back at her, sorry, and just teleport behind the other one. You lean out around the wall, strain your tail, something fierce, gripping on the side, but you are able to hold enough for one shot.
Disadvantage. I kind of want to kill him with one shot, so I'm going to go to -5.
Okay.
Good luck, have fun.
I'm going to call this at least a 15.
And I got my bardic +8 to use if... Oh, I'm going to add in that +8.
So you lean over the wind wall with it still kind of jittering around your bow a little bit. Just release it, and there is a solid 3-5 seconds between when you shoot it and when it hits right into the back of his skull, and you just see him flop over the wall. And
Totally have to do like a thumbs up.
and cinema scene this for a second as we pan over to the other side of the wall and you just see them go and then start rolling down the 50-foot hill.
No one will notice if there's no one to notice.
And at the same time, Rom, you see the other orc who had initially seen you just look you right back in the eye with a somewhat panicked
Is there any hand gestures I can do that's like you saw nothing? I don't think there's like a simple one.
You know what?
Not the adventurers you are looking for.
You know what? If you have something in mind, I will allow you to roll an intimidation check.
Just like do the point of my eyes thing at him and like do the cutthroat with the thumb.
Roll for it.
Come on.
You look at him, your yellow eyes kind of leering at him, just with your thumb across your throat. And you can barely see him in the distance. He just kind of shakes his head, hands up, and then makes a zip of a lip motion.
Excellent. We're good, guys.
We're good?
Hopefully.
And it does seem to turn, and you do see that there are two more chamber doors, kind of the same thick oak doors that you had investigated from the previous chamber there, Link.
Dav has a brain cell, finally. She's gonna poke the door with her quarterstaff.
Give me a quick dexterity check.
I'm at least at Dex. I thought I was good at Dex. I have DM inspiration. I'm using it.
All right.
Wow, this game is cruel.
Oh, this is the kind of shit that's just too beautiful. Instead of a gentle press and remove to just kind of test of whether or not the door is a mimic, you instead give a firm thump against the door, and from within you hear, "Yes, hello, I'm awake."
She's not going to poke the door again and hope that whoever it was just thinks it was nothing.
Master, is that you? And you hear a pitter patter of bare feet against stone.
Are you serious?
I'm quarterstaff ditching him.
Oh my god.
Because my goal is also get him off of her. Oh, and I have an option that might work, but it's such a bad idea. You remember the hooker in the inn?
Oh god.
And the lichen and the werebear?
So, directly between Jacqueline and Gorm.
Yep.
So, Leaf, Fujita, Giant Spider, Gorm, Jacqueline, Iggy, Devela.
And Fujita.
I'm just being
I said
betrayed
Fujita.
left and right.
Hoo boy. So, Spider, fail. Fujita, fail. I'm noting this down for people. Devela, fail. Jacqueline, fail.
Leaf failed.
I'm gonna guess the orc's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
Yep.
he succeeded.
And
Iggy
Iggy.
succeeded.
So everyone except for Gorm and Iggy
Iggy.
failed.
Stat Dav still absolutely basically went, I'm sorry! And you Kaipo before doing that.
Alright, so Leaf, from being jettisoned back 10 feet,
Yep.
you take 4 damage.
Okay.
Fujita, being jettisoned back, only takes 1 as he also bashes against the cell doors.
He's a rock.
Devela, you are taking 1d6 as well. You take 2. Giant Spider. He's actually... Yeah, he takes a full 6. And... Oh, he's at 1 hit point left.
Yay!
I didn't kill him!
Giant spider survives!
That said, Gorm
Really beat up.
is going to attempt a... What's the spell save DC of your spell?
For that, it is a con save 16.
Alright. I'm going to have Gorm make a strength check to still hold onto Jacqueline. Yep.
He's stuck.
And she flies right into Doolin.
Yay.
You know what? That's better than
My
having
turn.
his fangs in her.
Oh yeah, when you had... Did you cast the
Yes.
spell last
Blink,
turn?
I never rolled for it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll
my
for
first
it.
turn. To see if I'm there. I'm not there!
So she does not run into you. And is instead right up against the cell door. Where are you
Here, I'll
going
go
to
ahead
be?
and move
'Cause
myself
she
to
is
where I'm going to be planning to reappear.
Yep.
So that way I'm out of the way.
10. You are now...
I'm glad I
over-
remembered that and messaged you about it.
Giant Spider is roughly right there now. It's been bad times.
But you know what? You know what? Jacqueline's not getting bitten anymore.
What does the spell sunbeam say?
Alright. So, it pierces right through the stairs, like leaves a singed hole through the wood of the staircases. Because it's essentially a pillar with like wooden planks out along the sides, so hence why you can see them relatively fine-ish. Successful save takes half as much damage as it isn't blinded. It's missed. Can't really be blinded. So
And they have disadvantage on the saving throw.
yeah, okay, so he would have dropped... He takes full 25 damage, not half that. Well, okay then. Create a new line of radiance. Oh! Yeah, he would have been...
Hey,
No, I'm looking at the further reading of Sunbeam. You raise your hand and just this concentrated ball, it's like a mini sun, brilliantly lights up the room. You could see every goddamn detail. Just pierces up Doolin. Even from your shadowy realm, it's like a brilliant pillar of light just pierces right through the haze. Almost directly in front of you. And you see that mist quickly dissipating as though many skull-like heads swirl around the sunbeam as though trying to hold itself together from the radiant energy that's piercing through it, only for each of the skulls to slowly disperse down into little itty-bitty specks before it is as dust.
Yeah. That's what you get when you're mean to my guy who I thought was my friend but wasn't.
Who, by the way, you look over in the corner and he's now a skeleton with an arrow through his head.
I also just realized in searching for the rope in my backpack, I realized that I have several scrolls stone shape.
Are you going to make stone stairs?
Yes.
So quickly roll roll out a scroll, look it over a little bit, scroll it back up, say some of the magic words, and how do you want these stairs to look? Like, it's fairly rough, but there are going to be stairs.
On one side, I want it to be a spiral staircase going up. But one half is stairs, and then the other half is a twirly slide coming down.
Okay.
Polished smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Leaf, you are utterly precious.
Conjure woodland beings! Because I could have 8 quarter level, 4 half level, 2 not level, challenge rating, 2 1 rating, or 1 2 rating.
However many would be enough to drive their attention away from the hallway.
I'd say we probably want to swarm them with a bunch of little ones.
Let's see what the halves are. That'd be 4 people. Let's see, I have a Volunteer Hound, Satyrs, Darklings.
No, do satyrs. They got plenty of magic tricks up their sleeves, don't they?
They ram. Nice. Magic resistant. Yeah, they have their panpipes, which I guess gives them a bunch of random spells. 4 Satyrs. Go Satyrs!
That's actually pretty, damn.
That's pretty distracting.
Alright. So, down the hallway, or down the stairs and then down the hallway, the satyrs go frolicking. Each one of them taking up a different tune on their panpipes as they start playing. And instantaneously, the orcs and Afej are looking dreadfully confused as they're looking at the situation of, where the hell are these? What is the? Hey, it's a human with goat legs, kind of a thing. Afej immediately rises from his throne, commanding the orcs in Orcish, "What are you doing, you damn fools? Slay the monsters and let us continue." At this point, I want everyone to make a stealth check with a +10.
Yeah.
Because pass without trace.
Thank you, Iggy.
So, one by one, party moves through the hallway. No one seems to be any wiser, and each of you get a little bit of what's going on with the satyrs. One satyr is dancing and has charmed the table to get in on a clapping session. Like, yeah, this is great. I love this song. I don't know it, but I love it. Another satyr is taking his panpipe and is just chasing around an orc around the place. Like he's sung that same frightening song, but he's just purposely running around with him. Another one has seemed to seduce an orc, and they're making out in the corner.
Well, okay then.
And finally, the final one goes right up to Afej and starts playing a jaunty tune, and immediately gets disintegrated.
Not surprising.
Yeah, we're gone.